So Africa is a very large continent with a young population. And in the past, we've seen a lack of infrastructure development across the continent. So it's incredibly encouraging to see in the last 5 to 10 years, the investments in submarine cables coming into Africa, not just one, but many different cables coming in and now actually circling the entire continent. Following that, we've also seen data center investments, which is another area that lacked investments in the past. And now we see them following the submarine cable, but also in many of the major cities in Africa. There's also been a development of terrestrial fiber across the continent, and also the presence of more smaller networks across Africa. So Links is an internet exchange point, and we operate exchanges from, around the world, and now also in Kenya, Nairobi. And for us, the presence of carrier neutral data center is incredibly important, not just for the exchange point, but also to attract networks to that location. So that, together with a powerful internet exchange point, we are creating an East African hub in Nairobi. And that's really there to serve the local community, as well as attracting the large content providers, hyperscalers, transport providers, and creating a hub to serve the entire East African region. We see that exchange points, data center, terrestrial fiber, all these elements are part of an important puzzle to improve interconnectivity in Africa. Links attends ITW really to connect with the local community, but also to meet the decision makers in the region. We hope to share our experience as internet veterans from 25 years of operating exchange points, but also to learn from the local players, the networks, the fiber providers, the internet service providers, the hyperscalers, cloud providers, etc. So it's a great opportunity for us to exchange knowledge and experience. Well, I guess if there's one piece of advice I would give for an ITW Africa is to prepare. They're off a very large event with lots of interesting people there. So make sure you go through your agenda and go through the attendee list and set up your meetings in advance. That way you can make sure you get most out of it. And then I guess the second tip would be to make sure you have a little bit of flexibility in your agenda so that you can have those spontaneous meetings during the meeting sessions, during the socials and the coffee breaks. And my last and final tip would be to follow up. The meetings are great to make connections, but of course it's after the meetings that the real work begins.